What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. We are checking out Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky full game highlights. This, I believe, was a season opener. I don't know if it was an overall season opener, but I know it's their first games. And look, you know, you got to understand, these leagues are like marketing experts. They know everything that happened pre-last season, everything that happened last season, everything that's gone on in the off season, a lot of talking about different things. They know that this matchup is what's going to give them the best ratings for their opening night. So it makes sense that they've done this. I'm very curious to see how this game kind of plays out. I've only seen one play from this game, which is the foul, because that literally was everywhere on social media. Couldn't avoid it. But let's check out what happened in the rest of the game. That's the only thing I've seen. So here we go.
At Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, we are underway. Atkins quickly ahead to Cardoso, able to lay it in on Boston. Clark looking to shake, gives it up. Lob it in, Howard, good position. And a switch on Vandersloot, which Bonner recognized.
Okay, good pass
Trying
inside.
to play with so much pace. It's where Caitlin Clark excelled a season ago.
Angel Reese dives in and finishes
Okay,
through
girl.
the contact.
Tyler Marsh wants more of
What?
that from her.
Did y'all see that? Nice little in and out. Okay. All right. I see you. Create the space, attack the basket. That's what you want to see.
Catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark,
Good Lord. I mean, I talked about this the other day when I was reacting to one of the NBA games. As like pure basketball, and let's say even from a coaching perspective, you see a player take that shot. How many
From
seconds?
her, catching around that 15.
You still got 20 seconds on the shot clock. You see a player take that shot, and you're just thinking, what the hell are you doing? This is a terrible shot. This is like, I was talking about Steph Curry. Yes, this is before his injury. I was talking about some of the shots he takes, and like, you know, logically speaking, in general basketball terms speaking, they are bad shots. You do not want your players coming down and taking those shots. But there are certain players who take those shots, and you're kind of like, I mean, Steph's in a different category. Obviously, Caitlin still has a lot of time to prove herself, to be kind of like solidifying that. She is really good, but I mean, it takes time to be like super consistent and then be like, yeah, this is a sure thing. She can take that shot anytime she wants. I mean, I do think that Indiana probably tells her she can take that shot anytime she wants.
15-foot area.
Clark.
Jeez, that's deep.
Logo bomb of the season from Caitlin Clark. Clark picked up the foul. Reese off on a three, and this time Boston secures the glass.
I didn't know she shoots.
Here's Mitchell, so speedy, dives in for two.
She's quick.
An all-star each of the last two seasons.
Is there a better quality? I don't know why the quality seems like not super great right here, but
Nice position. Reese lays it in on a beautiful feed from Cardoso.
Can get to the offensive glass as well.
Nurse buries the jumper.
All right.
Here's Mitchell. Will fire. And hit from three. Then throws it away. And Caitlin was then telling a story about how much she loves rivalries. Loved them as a sports fan growing up.
Good shot.
Atkins nailing the three.
Got some good shooting
Ends
going
up
on
with the
this game so far.
board. Allen, another big offseason acquisition for
Oh,
Chicago.
good adjustment.
Insists her way to the cup.
A little bit of contact there too.
Howard on the drive, can't finish it. Rebound ends
Oh,
up with
good
Atkins,
hustle.
but
Pass
Howard
that.
takes it
Okay,
away.
take it yourself.
Natasha Howard able.
It's just in that moment, I definitely saw that if she had like dropped it off inside, that was a quicker bucket. But hey, do your thing.
To lay it in. Chicago bench very upset. Well, that kid's very fired up. Mitchell dumps it in.
Yeah, feed it inside.
Howard working on
Oh,
Yanwede.
okay.
The push shot is good. for
That's
the
a big
veteran
move.
Natasha Howard in her 12th season. See Rachel
like it.
Banham, Angel Reese getting ready to check in for Chicago.
was
Mitchell
a good cut there.
connects on a three. That's Tyler Marsh joining us as Banham buries a three.
Okay. All right. I did not know that.
Here's Colson. Colson
Good
gets
D.
denied by
Oh,
Banner,
good
but
cleanup, though.
Hull scrappy there.
Good cleanup.
How much did we see that a season ago with Hull as well? She
Ends up caroming to Hull. Here's Clark in transition. Clark, oh, what a look. And Hull lays it in.
That's a beautiful cut. I was actually like kind of gearing up to make some criticisms where I feel like a lot of the sets we were seeing from Indiana were like very stagnant and maybe only had one or two players moving, which is not great. You don't really want to see that. I mean, even here, this was just like a 1-2, but that was a beautiful cut, a beautiful bounce pass in. I like that.
Here's Reese. Reese
Yeah,
will
you
fire
gonna hit
the
that one?
three. And
Yeah.
it's hit from downtown.
Here we go.
Averaged a league
Come on.
record 13 per game last year.
Oh.
Bonner comes up with a steal. The veteran off to the races.
You know, I like that idea though. She's kind of playing the mind games there. She's like kind of exaggerating the call for the screen on that side, so it kind of gave her this confidence to go the other way. But that's one of the things as a big, you know, you're not going to be. You just typically are not protecting the ball as well as maybe the guards.
Directing traffic.
See, so this is what I'm talking about here, right? You got these two here. You had a baseline cut, but now she's probably going to stand here. She's doing this off-ball screen, sort of. She's not even reacting to anything. It's very stagnant, and that's not really something that you want to see.
Clark hitting Boston. Boston fades
Beautiful
and
there, though.
lays it in. Her passing and the way that makes her a threat from so many different places on the floor. Clark, little mid-range is good.
certainly knows. She loves the
Shot.
step back going to her left side.
Oh,
Here's
great
Reese,
pass.
center of the lane.
Oh,
Nice
good extra
dish.
pass.
And Cardoso
I like that she didn't try to
finishes
force that. Good
on
extra
a
pass.
gorgeous delivery from Angel Reese.
Got her right on the arm of that Ryan.
Bonner dumps it in. Howard sheds. Vandersloot lays it home.
Get big.
Boston gives it back. Clark to Boston. Her jumper is good.
Yeah, their combo was nice last season. And I think they're definitely going to be looking to build on that this year.
Scan the QR code to get the app and catch these must-see matchups live.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
there it
great
is.
fake from
There it
Boston,
is.
who lays it in.
Beautiful. Love it.
13-point Indiana lead. Allen drills the three.
Okay.
Rebecca Allen's looked really good off the bench for Chicago.
Nice.
Curious about how they're going to look offensively, making everything fit together. A lot of new key pieces.
Tough
as
shot.
Nurse able to
Tough
squeeze
shot.
it in.
Great job.
7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists for Clark, who's also been credited with 3 blocks.
Goodness.
Mitchell
That
overcooked
okay,
it.
that shot was
Boston
not great, but did you see how quick that step and stop was? That was nice, but that shot, yeah, we probably need to work on that a little bit.
Put back, plus the foul, and a chance for 3 for AB. It's been her first 2 years here, then was with Minnesota, 3 years in Seattle in which she won 2 titles, 2 years with the Liberty, 2 with Dallas,
Okay.
and now back in Indiana.
Okay.
Nice runner there. That drops in for Allen.
I love that activity level there too, working real hard. Obviously, you don't want to work that hard for every bucket, but you like to see
And
it.
then a whistle.
10-point game.
Here's
First
Clark,
half.
4 seconds left. Clark
She's shooting right
fires. You
Damn.
Clark drills the 3 to end the second.
13-point
That's right.
game.
I've learned my role in this relationship.
It's every man in any relationship with me.
Oh,
Mitchell finds
yes.
Howard diving in beautifully.
Beautiful cut.
Any relationship with me.
That's it, man. That's beautiful. You really want to see that. Now, look, this is one of those things, right? Like, when I'm talking about being stagnant, yes, these two players are doing the active thing. She is saying that, hey, I'm open. I could probably take a 3. But for this, like, Caitlin's not going to be the one to crash the board. But right here, you have a player that's not looking at you at all. You have this lane open. So it's one of those things where, like, okay, you get this nice pass off. She's going to try to go up. But if you have one more body crashing, it's just better basketball to have that opportunity, right? Now, the only argument I could make against that is if people are playing against like a fast transition team. So if like Chicago's really fast on the transition, then maybe you want to be more cautious about having too many bodies deep instead of like running back. But it's just that's just one kind of the thing I'm noticing here.
Mitchell finds Howard diving in beautifully, and that one Steph White really liked. 15-point Indiana lead. Here's Reese pounding in the lane and finishing.
In 2024, the Indiana Fever's front office won
Strong
free
finish.
agency this past season.
Atkins
Okay,
drills a
good shot.
three. Ariel Atkins.
Coming back here, guys. 10-point game.
Here's Clark
nice.
spinning. Bouncing, what a find! And Howard lays it in on a
Great
delectable dive
pass.
from
Did you
Caitlin
see that?
Clark.
Oh my
Especially
goodness.
adjusted to a new team. Here's Boston. Fakes the jumper, rumbles
Hang on a second.
inside, and
Very fast. I just gotta text my wife because I think there's like a delivery outside. I literally was like complaining about this the other day. I feel like my wife gives my phone number for everything. Hey, there is a delivery outside. And so like I constantly get phone calls for like deliveries and stuff coming in. It's a dumb thing to complain about.
drops it in. Aaliyah Boston in double figures. She has 10.
Especially because they're going to have significant contributions from rookies. I think we got to give them a little bit of time to develop. It's always
Good
hard.
take.
Nice drive there and finish. It's always. I thought Paige Beckers was solid. I thought
Yeah.
she had a solid first game.
Clark looking to shake Vanders.
Okay, so they just said Paige Beckers had a first. So this is not the season opener. This is just Indiana's first game.
Paige
Because obviously Paige is.
Beckers was solid.
On a
I
different
thought she had a
team.
solid first game.
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back is good. Caitlin Clark. Had
Okay.
22 a season ago. Had 26 a season ago. Second most ever. Only Alyssa Thomas with more. As
All right.
Vandersloot lays it in.
Good
plus the
take.
foul. Good idea from Hull. Clark couldn't handle it. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston. Will fire a three. And
All right.
Clark
Good
gives it
shot.
up, gets it back. Clark looking to take Williams.
Oh,
finds
yes.
Boston inside.
Yeah, that was a good decision right there. I mean, I thought for a second she was going to attack, but you get that switch, you know that Aaliyah's going to have a much smaller defender on her.
Two, the Clark-Boston connection. Hull unable to lay it in, but the follow
That's, yeah.
is good. A logo bomb as Caitlin Clark closes in on a triple-double. 2 assists, 1 rebound away. Clark
yes.
leading Mitchell.
Come on
away.
now. And Mitchell's speed is nice. She's fast. But great lead pass from Clark on
And
transition.
the building is up for grabs. Vandersloot down the floor. Reese swims in and lays it home. Clark wasn't getting near a foul that time on Angel Reese.
I wonder if the situation already happened and they're purposefully not putting it on the highlights.
Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her. Boston
Great pass.
drops it
Again,
in.
this
There's
combo-
the 10th assist
this
for
combo's
Clark.
nice.
Guarded by Atkins. Atkins gets a poke on it. Here's Clark firing.
No way.
And hitting.
Yo. That's nasty, man. That's nasty.
Bonner's trying to get it. Mitchell backdoor, pushes it up and in. Kelsey Mitchell, 13 points. I think she said, I'm 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Can I come in? Stephanie White looked up and said, I'll get you in. Here's Mitchell. What a feed.
I kind of don't like that she knew her stats and she came in just to get the triple-double. I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, like, there's been situations, for example, my favorite player of all time, Kobe, he had 62 3/4 against the Mavericks, right? He outscored them by himself, and he sat out the entire fourth quarter because the game didn't require him to go back in. Now, he could have been like, Phil, I have an opportunity to, make history here and go for a really big number, put me in. But it's like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of that.
From Howard. Here is the WNBA debut for Haley Van Lith. Went to 5 straight Elite Eights in college.
Good
As
shot.
Banham buries the 3. Clark get that 10th rebound and come up with a triple-double. Here's Van Lith leaning and hitting.
All right.
The first
There you
points
go.
in the WNBA career. Clark
Ooh,
behind the back.
no way.
Fires.
Oh, I was about to say.
Oh, the putback.
Good putback.
is good.
I'm about to say, if
Yeah,
she hit that,
lasted
that would have
till
been
19. And nothing but
crazy.
rave reviews out of camp about Timpson. As Duntis, gets the roll.
friendly roll.
Practiced a lot during the preseason, but she's going to assume a bigger role as the year goes
Good
on
take. Strong
Van
finish.
Lith lays it in on a nice take. How about Van Lith? Van Lith, little drop off taken by Colson. Colson's 3rd steal. Hall has 9 points, 9 boards. Timpson lays it in. A statement win in the season opener.
Goodness
from the
gracious.
Indiana Fever.
35?
93,
30.
58 the final.
That's not great. Yeah, look. I think Clark does get her triple-double. I didn't see the stats from Angel Reese, but you know what? I can pull them up real fast. As far as the foul goes, because I'll quickly address that. I know it wasn't in these highlights, but it's been all over social media. I think that them calling it a flagrant was a mistake. I definitely don't agree with that. I think it was a hard foul, sure. I do think that there was a play on the ball because I think one of the requirements for a flagrant is that there's no play on the ball. I think there was a play on the ball. I think it was a foul that you do. If you're going to foul somebody and they're under the basket, you have to foul them hard, because if you foul them soft and they make the basket, instead of stopping them from scoring and making them, shoot free throws, which is the whole concept, they miss, that's 0 points. If they make one free throw, that's 1 point versus 2. And they have to hit both free throws for it to be equal to letting them score wide open, right? So it's just the only thing that makes sense. You have to foul hard enough that they're not going to make the basket. I think it was a good, honest foul. I don't agree with them upgrading it to a flagrant one. But anyways, it is what it is. I have the box score pulled up here, so let's take a quick look. Angel Reese finished with 12 points, 5 of 14 from the field. So not great for a big. I think for a big, you ideally want to see, you want to see that percentage at like 50 to 60% because they're playing inside. The issue here is Chicago Sky as a team shot 29%. That's really bad. But Angel Reese did have 17 rebounds. She's a monster on the boards. I know everyone's going to say, she only gets her own rebounds. But that's not totally true. Yes, she gets a lot of her own rebounds. But if you look at this right here, she had 10 defensive rebounds alone and then 7 offensive rebounds. And I can promise you not all 7 of those were off her own misses. But that's what people want to say. That's the narrative that people want to push, right? And then for the Fever, we have, obviously, Caitlin hit her triple-double, I can see here, 20-10-10. And much solid scoring across the board. I mean, the starters, you have 4 starters in double digits. And that's kind of what you want to see. Versus Chicago, it's not good. We got starters with 4 points, 4 points, 7 points. Off the bench, you have people playing like 17 to 20 minutes with 1 point, 0 points. So it's just not a good showing from Chicago across the board. But cool. It was fun to watch. If you guys are still here, I appreciate you spending your time with me. If you want to watch more stuff like this, definitely let me know. I'll check out more. But I will catch you guys next time.